So you know the drill, YouTube and such, you hit it and smart people all around the globe share their experience and knowledge. Something like me right now. Yeah, and all those people spread their wisdom on what's the point of lifting, how you should lift and how wrong you are. And we can categorize these people into two groups, GymBros and exercise scientists. And image to uphold this conceptual thought needs idols, and here they are. GymBro, aka Eric Bugenhagen versus Mike Israetel, the exercise scientist. Dr. Mike presents the message that talks about importance of technique, loaded stretch, slow eccentric, and pretty much all those technicalities of weightlifting. I actually recommend his channel. There is some high quality information that can be gathered.
You actually know how to skate, and that one time he tried to skate, guy punched in the face, there was blood. The girl you liked, she laughed.
But he is just an idol of the thought concept that the technique is at most important when it comes to bodybuilding. And here comes Rick the Stick, who counters the argument with it's the mindset. And talks about hoisting and horsecocking the weight while screaming at you not to be a pencil neck.
Johnny Horsecock or Johnny Pencil Neck?
At this moment you might be confused of favoring the side that appeals to you, the side that resonates with you more, which creates a need to really say how wrong someone else is and what it truly is about. Because in the end you are just sharing your viewpoint with desire to be heard. Dr. Mike got his Clout recipe from reacting to celebrities' workout and bashing them to the ground, which is not really a bad thing, if I may add. Buggers was at first annoyed by some nerds in his comment section spreading their 20-minute YouTube knowledge. So he decided to do some rant, and after that he went just full on whatever and used that content for clout and really content. So in both cases we can assume that the primary goal is to get attention and their secondary goal is to spread some valuable information with an audience.
You show up to the club and girls are like, hey, what's up? What are you up to? And you're like...
But that's not the problem. The problem really is the people or the audience. How will I explain this? So from Idol, Dr. Mike, we get all of these exercise scientists on social media spreading their knowledge and telling you how wrong you left. Because they gathered lots of information from their 1 year of leisure lifting experience. There is a second part of the audience. They look at Dr. Mike, they see the success and try to replicate that. So they decide to pretty much just trash talk everything they see, just for attention. On the GymBro side we get gym idiots, because they say they don't care and they just feel it. And they tell you to do this and you'll feel it. Sauce, trust me bro, you know. And yeah, now not all of it is completely rubbish, but sometimes you get advice that is really all it does. It just increases your injury risk because this dude feels it, even though it's completely moronic. From all of this we get a lot of nutcases on social media. People like to ride that emotional wave, spread their opinion to increase their ego, to add some value to their persona, without really trying to understand or admit that their insight is insufficient. But to admit that will mean to decrease their ego, understand status. The funny part of this thought of weightlifting theories of social media use, understand Buges and Dr. Mike, are not really against each other. Eric really is just reacting to Dr. Mike content and giving his 2 cents, while Dr. Mike just gives his lifting advice, while here and there criticizing a lifter for clout. I doubt that either of them will say they don't understand the other guy and will say that he is completely wrong. It really is that Eric emphasizes enjoyment and ego of lifting heavy, and Dr. Mike emphasizes technique, especially loaded stretch and what is it next? Range of motion. That's it. I never saw Eric completely disregarding idiotic ego lifting or Dr. Mike disregarding enjoyment of lifting. The hidden truth is that you could use both concepts and you should. Here is why. So it's true that you should focus first on technique. First and foremost, get the basics and don't just start stupid and moronic ego lifts because you feel weak. This applies especially to noobs. They tend to skip the basics, move to the weights without being properly informed about the technique, and proceed to ego lifting. That's how we get all of these gym idiots.
Yes, sir. Good.
But now we get to the point of Eric of lifting heavy. Just grab it and hoist it up. Once you have technique done to some level, you can use power of will and let body to figure out how to push through. You will get used to being loaded, and also you will get euphoria from surpassing the limits. And that euphoria can be used as an engine that will keep you coming back to the gym. By doing this, you will chase excellence, and that excellence is inside you and just awaits for you to dare to be unlocked. Confidence, strength, aesthetic, good health are really just a package of being awesome. Now, some internet trolls might try to scare you away from this path of perfection, like a demon trying to scare you away from doing the right thing, and just succumb to the fear and become coward. Now I call upon you not to be. Don't be swayed by gym morons and gym nerds into stuff they have no interest in, which is your well-being. This is discipline of yours, and you shall have a highest interest in it. So don't care about some Tyrone who thinks that Zercher Squad is the next best thing after Dark Knight trilogy. Those guys have their own world, and you shall not really try to be part of it. Just go to the gym and chase your own awesomeness. Work on your technique and your intensity. By doing this, you will be working on being strong, healthy and confident. You will push when it's needed and think when it's required. And 1 + 1 = greatness. So, let us be great.